Hello, Creative Media classes. Mr. Sands coming at you in another screencast here. And in this screencast, I'm going to be showing you how to do the enrichment project for our podcasting unit. Some of you are finishing your podcast, you're editing them very well, and you just don't have anything else to do. Well, I am showing you that this is the first step in doing our enrichment project. We're going to take our plain audio podcast and we're going to turn it into an enhanced or a video podcast. So what we need to do first is we need to have a list of pictures that we need to find online so that we can use those pictures to put over the podcast that we're talking about. Now, I'm going to attach the list that I'm using for my example that I'm going through. The podcast that I recorded was my surfing podcast. There's another video that I made that I showed you why that's a great podcast, all the elements involved in it. But now I'm going to take it even to another level. So I've made a list. Here's my list. I will attach this list to this assignment as well. Good old pen and paper, made my list. I have 16 different topics, ideas, things that I've written down that I want to search on Google to get pictures. And so I'm going to show you how to use Google to find images that are going to be high resolution, high quality, and that we are able to use because of copyright fair usage. So the first things first, I am going to try to find the picture of a face of a wave. So I'm going to type in face of a wave. Okay, and I want to look under images. Okay, now there's tons of images that come up on Google. That's great. But there's a few things that we want to adjust. We want to go to Tools. First things first, we want to look at large images because we're going to be using these images for full screen views. And anything that we use that's really small is going to look really grainy or pixelated. And so let me show you what I mean. If we use any size image, this is a very small image. You see right here, I click on it. It says 339 by 196. If I click on this image and I zoom in, you see that when I really zoom in, it looks very grainy. It looks really not very good. If you zoom in enough, you might not even be able to tell what that is. It's just very pixelated. So that's a really small image. That's a low resolution image. So let me get back out to a regular view here. Okay, close that. So small image sizes are a no-no. So if we go to Tools and Size and select Large, 3000 by 1596, that's a huge image. 1300 by 1065, that's a pretty big image. 1980 by 1320, 2000 by 1330. Obviously, the bigger the numbers, the higher the resolution of the image, the bigger the image is. We want bigger images rather than smaller images. The other thing we also have to do is we're going to click on usage rights. So we want to reuse these images. We did not take these pictures. Someone else took these pictures and put them online. They might have been a professional photographer. They might have been just some random person on a vacation who took a picture of a beach or a wave or something like that. But someone took these pictures and someone put them online and someone shared them with the world. So that's really great for what I'm trying to do right now because I don't have any beaches nearby here in Urbana, Illinois, so I'm kind of counting on the kindness of strangers in the world to share their pictures with me so I can kind of use it to make my project. So if you just think about it in terms of that, like if I didn't have a video game and I wanted to play it over the weekend, I could borrow it from someone. They could share it with me. It's the same thing. I'm asking, can I share some of your images to do something? Can I share your video game? So we want to reuse it. Now that limits some of the pictures a little bit. And so, I don't know, I'm not seeing anything. So maybe I want to change this wave face. That might be pretty good. Let's click this one. Okay, so this is a Wikipedia image. This should work. So what I'm going to have to do here now is this. Google has kind of changed the way that they do your image saving. So I'm logged in as the test student right here. So I like this, and I'm going to click Save. Okay? And when I do that, it just saves it to my account in what's called this My Saves page. So if I click on it, you see that this is the first image, your new home for saved items. To save your favorite images, web pages, places, and travel itineraries, look for the Save icon across Google. Access them here from any signed-in device. So this is something kind of new that Google's doing, but I think it's going to help us out for this project a lot. Okay, I got it. Now, here's a favorite image. If I click on it, there's the image. I want to add a note, and I'm going to say this is a wave face, because that's what it was. Save, and I'm going to make a list. I'm going to create a new list, and I'm going to say surfing video podcast. Okay, so I found one image. Maybe there are some other wave face images that I see. That's definitely a pretty good face of a wave picture. Let's try that one. Okay, that's a pretty high resolution. 3600 by 2380. Let's save that. And let's go back to view saved. So, favorite images. We've already done this one, wave face. This one, I'm going to put huge wave face. And I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to put it in that surfing video podcast list. So now I go back. I have two images in that, and I have an image in that. So I think if I refresh, there we go, surfing video podcast. There we go. I don't think I put that one in there. There we go. That one is now in there. Okay, what's next? Wave breaking. I'm going to just type in a new one. So breaking wave. All right, here's some good images. So you notice that I still have my large filter on, and I still have my labeled for use reuse filter on. This is a pretty good one. 1280 by 853. That's a pretty good size image. Let's go ahead and save that. And let's view saved. So surfing video podcast, I'm adding to it. This is a, add note, this is a breaking wave. And let's add it to that list, surfing video podcast. And if I refresh here, you'll see that now all three items are on there. Okay, let's do, now I would probably, if I was doing this for real, I would find several breaking wave pictures and I would add them to them, but I just want to kind of go through a couple on my list and show you how I would find a good picture. My next one that I have written down is body surfing without a board. So let's do body surfing. Okay, body surfing could be something like this guy, or this one looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's a cool picture, body surfing. No board at all. That guy's just going all out on the wave. Cool. All right, save and view saved. Okay, favorite images. There's my body surfing one. So I'm going to add a note. This is body surfing. And hit save. And I'm going to choose the list. And it is in that list. There we go. Go back. And go back one more. Let's do one more. Boogie boarding is my next one. And this is surfing, but it's on a smaller board. So you see here, like, there's a boogie boarder. A little small. They call it a sponge. So I'm going to save that. View saved. Add note. Boogie boarding. Save. Add it to that list. Okay. Now, what this is doing is it's saving the picture. It's actually telling us where the picture is found online. I'm adding my little note to help me kind of keep things straight later. But this is a really cool way of organizing all the pictures that we're going to need to find for our video podcast. So again, the best way to start, pencil and paper, write them out by hand. I've got 16 on here, but that's just the topic of what I'm searching. I would probably find, I don't know, 2 to 3, maybe more pictures for each topic that I wrote down. You want to have definitely more pictures than not, especially if you've got a longer podcast that's like 5 minutes. You might want 30, 40, 50 pictures total. It's better to have too many good pictures and have to be selective and choose which ones you want to use than not have enough pictures and have it look kind of boring because you don't have enough pictures to change when you're talking and changing your subjects in your podcast. So you know what your podcast was about. You recorded it. If you still have your script, you can look at it and see what you were talking about. And if you need to listen to your podcast again, listen to it again and write down what exactly were some of the things that I specifically mentioned that I could look to find a picture about online that would help me kind of add another video layer to this podcast for my enhanced or video podcast. Anyway, I hope this has shown you how to find some pictures using Google, using the filtered search for large images and images that we can reuse for our project. And happy image finding online. I always love looking for cool pictures online for things that I'm interested in. So I hope that you guys enjoy this phase of the enrichment project.